Hi there. Today we're going to make an oscillating pendulum, one that goes in one direction and one that goes in the other direction. And the nice thing about that is it makes interesting patterns, especially when you have black paper. We have two strings. One connects at one pivot point at the ceiling and one connects at the other. You fill your thing with salt and then you need to adjust it. Essentially what I do is I take a clothespin and I adjust it somewhere up, but then I also have to have one that lifts it off the ground. And then I adjust this one like that. And then the pattern starts flowing. Now that we've learned to use the pattern maker with salt, let's go to Desmos and see what we can do there. Here in Desmos, we have a pattern maker which uses a similar system as before. We have a pattern that goes in one direction, and then we have a pattern that goes another direction. And this is built within an ellipse, so you can change the shape of the ellipse if you'd like. With Desmos, of course, you can turn off the grid and the numbers if you'd like, if you want just the pure pattern. And then down below here, there's a section called Bits and Pieces. And in here, you can make the adjustments. Essentially, there's two equations here that are allowing the dots to be created. And one is a sine wave going one direction, and one is a sine wave going the other direction. I've attached two different patterns here in order to make it a little more complex. Okay, so let's see how this thing works. So essentially, you press play, and it changes the angle on the theta value. And it goes back and forth, just like our oscillator. And you can adjust different things. One, you can add more points, if you'd like. And then you can adjust this, what I'm calling a p-value. And essentially, it just changes up the pattern. It works best if these stop between integers, but you can always add your own little value there if you'd like to see how it will adjust. So you have two adjustments for both the sine and the cosine. You can create infinite number of patterns with this. The dispersion value is basically how far apart are the dots. Are they way far apart? But interestingly, if they get depending on the distance apart, they actually can start overlapping, and then you can get interesting things happening with the pattern too. If you'd like to speed up or slow down, you can click on these two arrows and you can change the animation speed. And of course, if you wanted to change the points and put a whole bunch of them in there, you could, but if you put too many, you might have problems with your computer. Your browser might crash. And that's it for now. Have a good day.